ladies and gentlemen. We are almost ready to get on with the show here. It's Team Flom versus Team Skyyart for our second game here, the ROG Community Challenge.
For a second there, considering we just got handed our tea, and it's such like a nice melodic tune that's playing in the background, and you have such a luscious, vibrant voice, Anders. I thought that we were in like some oak-paneled sitting room, library where, we're old, getting on. We're sitting
old.
These leather chairs, It's like, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I felt like we were on some like book reading club or something.
Book reading club. How about like maybe I could have like a future in like hypnosis or something. I think that's
Office Space.
That's
yes.
become very popular.
Dude, perfect. Do it. I think definitely can work. Why not?
I would like that. That could be. I think that has interesting applications. Maybe you could. Maybe you can use it for Counter-Strike. Just convince players that they're good enough, that they've got it going on.
Dude, all these players now. I mean, this is. These teams are starting to invest in it, right? They're starting to invest in physiotherapists. They're starting to invest in like mental coaches and nutritionists. I mean, you're having a crazy amount of access now to facilities if you're a pro player.
Where do you put the line? Physical therapy. Okay, that's like a proven science. You got like a sports psychologist that works out. What about like numerology or something? You try and change your name to something.
The I Ching or something, right?
Yeah.
You go out, you get your prediction.
Homeopathy, something that has really no proven.
Oh yeah, that's right. No, but it's the power of the mind, Anders. It's all about.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Placebo.
Like, what team is going to be crazy enough eventually to just try and invest just anything, just to try and make it work?
I think that's already there. There's like an element of that, right? That you got players who wear the same pair of boxers, right? They won on the first day. They're going to wear those same socks and boxers. They aren't going to change anything until they lose or win. Right?
Can we get a name for who those players are? Is anyone going to want to...
So we can avoid them at land, right?
Volunteer that name? Interesting. No, I'm just wondering if what's sort of the ultimate limit of it? Like, are we going to have like astrology charge for charts made for the...
I just wonder where do the teams find the time, right? It's like if the facility is down in Miami, Florida, or wherever the home base is, or wherever the facility is. Like if you're traveling every week and you're training every week, when are you going to have the time to go and take advantage of those facilities, right? That's what I'm wondering.
Well, certainly, it's been an issue. It's been an issue for the past year, and this year seems to be even crazier in terms of potential Counter-Strike content. But we'll see how it goes. You're right. It is an issue. Maybe even more so. That's why you need some of those things, right? Like you need it even more because of the crazy schedule that you're going to enroll in. Not so much these guys. For them, for many of them, this is the first time they get a real chance to actually show what they're all about and what they can do. So while we're making fun of everything, and I think we actually saw in the first game here that they take it really seriously. Like someone like Stomp, for instance, we saw, he wasn't playing around. He wasn't just coming here to have a good time. Like he came here to drop bombs on everybody.
To live up to his name.
Yeah.
That guy just did so much damage for Isaac. And Isaac's he's feeling pretty good about that. In the last map he kind of dropped off, and Stomp definitely stepped up. So it's good to see that depth in the roster there for Isaac's team. Now it's a question of what we're going to see here between the Frenchman and Flom's team.
Yeah,
the Desert Dwellers.
Who is a Twitter gift god and also spells his name with an O and not a zero, not an O.
It's like Forest or something.
Yeah, very complicated, obviously. I feel like that's one of those things that just has to go, like, in the next generation of esports players. Just use normal, don't use 3 instead of E and stuff like that.
Right.
Because it becomes really complicated. Like, I was just, twice this last month or something, I've been at press conferences in Copenhagen with, like, big investors and everything, looking at that whole FC Copenhagen thing and all the rest of it. Yeah, and then, they introduce the players' names, and some of them are just so weird, that, yeah, you sort of feel like the Danish press is going to be like, what is going on? It's big news, but at the same time, what's with these names? Obviously, it is what it is, and, it's always been there. So what can we do?
It's part of the culture, right? I don't know. You got some guys like Lurpus, right? Tommy, who dislikes nicknames and has never been for them, etc. Right?
Yeah. Well, Lurpus gets angry at people who have like random capitalization as well. That really, if you really want to annoy him at some point, then that's how you do it. Just capitalize random things.
Or then you have Duncan, who's like the complete opposite, who will only call you by your nick. He won't use your real name at all. So
he's into the culture. Well, they are getting underway with the knife to decide who's going to be starting on what side, so we should be headed into it right now. Semler, do you write down the maps? What are the maps?
Maps are going to be Cobble, followed by Dust 2. So Flom picked Cobble. we got Dust 2 for Scam, so you got your wish, you know.
Oh yeah, good news.
Perfect. He's definitely only played Dust 2 in the past, so. And then Cash is the third map to close it out, so.
All right.
A pretty solid setup. Look at this guy. This is hands-on leadership. This is what I'm saying, right? Guys, he knows so much about CS, he has to go and take care of Haka, who's over next to him, right?
It's like, this is how you join the server.
Yeah.
Here's the My menu. Everyone chill out.
We got this under control.
Yeah, probably just a small tech issue. So, yeah, we are almost headed into the game. So, I mean, how big of a surprise? You were saying even the French journalists are like, no, you know, our country's represented not by, like, you know, someone who's pro.
You know, that's or at least like semi.
You know what I would have wanted
the
for
depth of history in that.
You know, it would have been great for the French scene.
Wow.
Would have been if Existence had been here and you just whipped these players, absolutely gone ham. You know, just at the end of it, they were
I
just
think what would have
crying.
been even better would have been Existence, and he doesn't care about the players. He just dominates everybody himself. It's like Source Existence comes back and he just starts opping people to the face every round.
That could be.
That'd be pretty sick. I'd take
That'd
that.
be interesting. But no, it's a good cross. I know this is interesting because there's always this really sort of stupid level of competition between the different sort of esports genres for no real reason. But I've noticed, you've noticed, but whenever we go to events, like a lot of the League of Legends casters actually come and sort of watch Counter-Strike in between. They have a pretty good like crossover. They really do enjoy it. So
I think CS it's like Dota was or LoL was, for example. I mean, a lot of people played LoL even when they were playing other games, right?
Yeah.
Or working in other games. But CS is one of those games where it feels like everybody, like, I don't know if you know this guy, Pyrian Flax, Dota 2.
Yes.
You know, everybody knows Pyrian, right? He's part of every major broadcast out there. But he just randomly throws me a CS invite the other night because I was playing. And I was like, what is this? You know, like, now you're playing CS too. Everybody plays CS.
People are on board with it. Yeah, didn't we just inch past the 1 million active players last month, I think, or something? I think there was something.
What do you mean?
Yeah, on Counter-Strike.
Oh, as in like concurrent?
Yeah.
Okay, I was about to say because we were at like, you know, we.
Yeah. Overall, but I mean, I think I was on the Reddit at some point.
This isn't 2013 anymore, and it's like, like we made some progress.
I might be wrong on that. Someone tweet me and tell me if it's right or wrong,
Man,
and I'll correct it. What?
No, I'm just like thinking, you know, time-wise.
What are you thinking?
You know, it's like 4, 5, 6. How long have we been doing this for, man?
For quite a lot of years. I mean, it's
2017 now.
Yeah, it's 4 years and almost 4 years. So
Jesus,
it's been a while. It's been a while. Here we are.
It's that moment where you never really think about it, and then it just dawns on you that it's been like 4 years already. Sup, bro?
Well, here's to another 4, right? That's how it's supposed to be.
Toast my peppermint tea.
the best thing to keep you going in the late hours. I'm not sure if they got the knife out of the way, but it sort of feels like they have. And in that case, we're just ready and waiting for them to get the game started here.
Yeah, apparently there's like some scuffle going on right now where they're switching teams and whatnot. So waiting to get that sorted out, guys, and we'll be right underway. Apparently there was another problem. Flom shot somebody in the pistol round, and so they had to restart the pistol round. So just delays.
Small accidents.
Yeah, we're getting it started. And it looks like we've got the map fly through, so we should be good to go here on Cobble.
Excellent stuff. I'm certainly ready for it. We've got Team Flom starting on the T side and Team Skyyart going to be on the CT side. So let's see if we can get into it here. Already, Eleanor holding in the drop, and it looks like it's going to be a really simple B execute or running right into the site already. Skyyart in the corner. That's a headshot. Slice picking off Flom and getting another one. That's a triple kill for Slice. And that will be Team Skyyart just absolutely decimating Team Flom. Wow.
I love this too because the booths are so big. It's actually kind of hard to fist bump, but like I expect to hear a lot of hype coming out of the French team, to be frank. Like if they can get some rounds going their way, if they can start off strong, I expect a lot of hype from these guys. Usually the French teams, they like to shout a lot. It's kind of like one of those cultural things that you get every now and again. So
I would love that. I mean, you pointed this out earlier. They are within sort of shouting distance of each other. Like they could shout and the other team could hear it, which is so much fun. I actually missed that. That kind of environment just creates a little bit more competition and makes it a bit more personal. Now we'll see if they can do anything in this round. They do have the Tech 9s on the T side and quite a bit of armor, except for Flom, who might be buying something later on. Flom, speaking of which, is going to be taking out Maka. And Eleanor here. Oh, he goes down as well. That's a second kill coming in for Flom. And suddenly, it's a 2-on-3 right now. Team Skyyart They've got to pick it up here. It's now with the bomb down as well. They're trying to retake the site. Slice is playing well in the pistol round. He's got that M4. What a flashbang to come in. Chaka going to be going down. Now it's a one-on-one. Crazy versus Slice. And that bomb is down right in front of him.
He's a kit, though. He can play this, slow play it. Nice angle, I love it, a headshot angle. This is sick positioning coming in here from Crazy, but the rifle, it's the bad decision running point blank against a Tech 9. A lucky headshot does the trick. And that is a clutch win coming through back for the American team. Charging, I mean, that was, Crazy's positioning there was on point. Just using the headshot angle, really hard shot to hit if you're on the plateau, and just trying to charge him with the M4, and you get punished.
It's a big win right there, but on the French side, they've invested into 3 HE grenades. They've already used one of them there. Are they going to save the other 2? There's one going in. A bit of damage being brought to the T side and followed up with a pistol. Slice picking up 2 big kills. Skyyart looking for more. He's got the 5-7. Finally going to get a chance to reload here. 4 versus 3 at the moment, and this is interesting. Maka going to pick up a kill on Canvey. I'm not sure about this one. 2-on-3 right now. I think Team Skyyart needs to slow down here, but actually, with a grenade like that, maybe they don't.
That was a monster, Dave. That did so much damage. Maka finds the last 2 kills. But they're having a lot of trouble getting out onto this B plateau area right now. Team Flom pistol round, they had 0 utility. This round, they actually had some utility, but they didn't quite use it well enough to be able to get out there effectively without just getting slapped in the face. I wonder if this prompts a return to A-Long. Go back to A-Long, go back to what worked in the second round, because once again, you're on pistols here.
Yeah, I think a part of the issue in running B plateau here with sort of a mixed team is you end up grouping up too much. Oh, wow. That's quite a prediction. Maka going to be falling back, just playing it safely, which I think is very smart here. Even flashing himself back in right on top of a kill there. Going to be taking out Flom. Smart play coming out of Maka.
Dude, this guy, he doesn't stop. Look at this. He's just cleaning house. 3 kills, 4 kills with the UMP. And he's setting himself up for the eco ace. He knows where he is as well, but it's not going to happen. Skyyart's in there to rob him. I mean, he's a low player. He needs to get whatever, probably played support or something. Just the idea of getting a kill, so tempting. He just couldn't help himself. He had to stop his own teammate from getting the ace with the UMP.
I mean, we like seeing the aces, but, at the same time, he's the captain, so whatever he says goes. Just like, leave the last kill for me.
Right, that's it. Are you going to countermand his orders? I don't think so. Ah, a split.
And look at this. It's Crazy who picks up the AWP and not Flom, which we were sort of warned about. I think Paula was mentioning this on the desk, that is pretty much how they're going to try and play. But now, we're leading into the 5th round here, and we'll see how it unfolds. Maka going to be going down. That was Flom with a kill early on with the AK-47. Now, they're not really going to speed up behind it. Look at the massive, massive over-rotation that's happening here on Team Skyyart. That's definitely a problem. Like, if they rotate that heavily after 1 kill, that could be too much.
Yeah, no, I mean, that leaves, you can see, that leaves Slice in a bit of a tough spot. He has been hitting his shots so far in this first half. Every time they come B, he seems like he's picking up 2 kills. So, I mean, it's not too bad to have him as an anchor. But then again, a couple of good flashes, and that's it. He's done. He could get overrun very easily here. So, something to consider. 50 seconds left on the clock means that Flom are going to have to start getting prepared to go. They do have quite a bit of utility to work with to get onto the site. Lots of flashes, a couple of smoke grenades as well, but it seems like they just aren't. They're waiting for a signal. They're waiting for something to trigger them to go, to get out there and start looking for the fight here. They're running out of time. 35 seconds, finally, and then they eat an HE!
Right to the face. There's a big distraction being caused over at the A-bomb side, but it's not quite working yet. That's Treble Axe finally going down, being caught there. Nice shot from Crazy, takes down Slice. 3-on-3, but Chaka's coming through. Only 18 seconds left. Out of the smoke he goes, takes 1. Look at the control here. Just not even jumping the gun a little bit, and Skyyart going to be taking down Crazy. That's very good news. You come out of the smoke like that, there's definitely a tendency, if you're a less experienced player or just sort of an amateur, you're going to be spraying wildly. You're just going to go out of control. He managed that so well.
That was Chaka that you just saw on your screen there as well. But you're right. Took his time with the burst.
Good.
That's very clean work. Very clean work. And well, that's Skyyart. 4 rounds on CT side Cobble right now, and they've broken Flom's economy as well, and so they should be getting up to 5, which is, well, when you're talking about, semi-pro, pro level play, right? It's a pretty solid scoreline to have on Cobble, considering how T-sided this map can be. Oh, This is, oh my God, he holds LNR.
Not at all bad. That was, yeah, you're right. That's 5 rounds. It was 5 rounds in a row. Remember, Team Flom, it's not quite in a row, but 4 in a row, I think. Team Flom managed to pick up the second round, and then you just couldn't build anything behind it. So, bit of a shocker early on here. Everybody on the panel, including the two of us, were predicting that it was going to be Flom ending up on top. But obviously, it's a best of 3, so it's really early to tell. But it's looking pretty good for Skyyart right now.
Shots. There it is. Slowest lurk of his life, but Maka makes it work. And Skyyart right now, the French scene, rather the French team, they're not really letting the North Americans get into this fight whatsoever. Flom, they might be, you know, thinking about the cool, well, perhaps not as cool unless it's the evening, clean air of the desert. They need to go back to what worked, their practice environment, get back into that mindset, because they definitely need some help right now.
They do. They're in a 4-on-4 at the moment, and I mean the problem is when you're playing a map like this, the teams that do it really well on the T side, when you're playing slow like this, you have to sort of be able to guess what the CT setup is, right? Right now we can tell 3B, 1A, so they are bringing the bomb this way. Maybe Flom is getting a sense that something is up. If they can get the first kill on Marco, who's playing over here with the AWP, then that could be interesting. Walking up inside of the site. We're down to 35 seconds now. They get a taste, and the rotation is happening. They do have one guy left over at B just to try and shoot them in the back, but he's not successful so far. Canvey going to be going down, but Flom with the kill on Skyyart.
Once again, Flom trying to get into it, take matters into his own hands. He picks up one. He's in position to pick up the third as well, but he misses the shot. Chaka with the pre-fire. Something, though, will happen, as in he gets the flank at the perfect time, but he's only got 8 seconds left to make this play, and he's actually got to go and just hunt for the kill. Maka, is he going to miss the shot? Is he going to make it? 3 seconds left, 2 seconds left. The time is ticking, and Maka plays it perfectly. Doesn't matter if he dies now. The round is won for Skyyart.
Wow, and I think you could tell there that I think something wasn't sort of quite aware how little time there was left. He was waiting even at 10 seconds. That's really rough. A hard way to lose a round. Team Skyyart are going to be excited about this kind of a beginning. Let's see how long they can continue for here. 6-1. That's just a really good streak early on here. Team Flom on the other side. UMP, Tech9, double op though. No, sorry, 1 op, 1 scout.
I love it. They calm so loud as well, so I can actually hear what they're saying in French. This is great. Back up, set the flash up. Okay, I'm gonna smoke. Like, I love it, man. I love being able to listen to comms. I kind of miss that when we used to be able to have comms. But I understand the reasons why it had to go away, obviously, but it was a lot of fun.
Flom, he got the opening kill, but he went down now. Canvey going to be picking up one. Skyyart next in line, and now Slice and Shaka are left, but right now they're getting wrecked by Canvey, who's single-handedly taken out 3 people, and Slice, not sure it's worth it, and neither does he. I think it looks like he's just backing up, which I think is a sensible choice. They actually don't have that much money. If he saves the M4, they can buy for everybody. So him saving it is important, though. And that's in spite of them winning 5 in a row, so interesting. Could be sort of a breakthrough here for Team Flom if they can obviously win this round, but if they win the next one too, then that's going to be a full eco for Skyyart really quickly.
If they successfully trade, or chain, rather, that's it. So glad that he's actually playing it very carefully. He's not going for the overpeak. He's not actually trying to hunt with the gun. He's holding on to it. And this is just good long-term thinking coming in here for Skyyart. I mean, they give up 1 round, but they do give themselves a chance in the next one to just shut the door in Flom's face. I mean, it seems like Flom, they might be giving up on the idea of this B site altogether. Whenever they go B, it's a massive struggle. Going A works out a lot better for them, so they might try and make that the focal point here, at least for the next couple of rounds, to try and take advantage of that before going back towards B.
Yeah, we'll see how successful they're going to be with it. It's one of those calls that's really hard to make, because obviously if you keep going A, eventually they'll be ready. They'll have the full force there, and then things don't work out so well. This time, bit of a standard split coming out from Skyyart. Not much really else that we can say about it. Both teams fairly well equipped in terms of grenades as well, although Skyyart, and I mean, this is another issue, right? If you're playing not on a professional team, chances are people are going to use their grenades really early.
We're seeing good nade discipline, actually. Maka not quite using the flash. There it is. It goes out. But, I mean, still, between LNR, Skyyart, and Chaka, they actually have a decent count going into the minute 15 mark. Incendiary going down there by something, trying to bait some kind of response. Not going to get it. Just a little bit of info. And, well, the push in the meantime is happening at once again over here on A. Peekaboo moment about to come up here. When are they going to stand? Ah, the suspense is killing me. There we go. Maka takes down Flom.
It took a long time, but I mean, Maka had just a really good angle there. I think that was always going to be a difficult shot. Now he's going to take down Crazy as well. 3 versus 5. LNR boosted up on the wall and falls right off the ledge. Actually slides down and still takes down something. And Triple Nax, 1 versus 5. Makes it a 1-on-4. Goes for another spray, but he can't take down Chaka. And that's the reset that Team Flom that's too much, man. This first half is almost gone for them now.
So graceful. So graceful. I'm just thinking of the gliding down, right? And then his feet barely touch the ground before he's... Well, I mean, the guy that he was shooting at was already lit, right? So just needed one bullet. Right. Still. This is, I mean, this is really impressive, actually. Considering this is Flom's pick as well, just to say. This is actually Team USA's map pick, and they are getting blindsided right now. Can be. Not even caring about the play. And again, Chaka and Slice just mauling them. As soon as they try and make the play, Team Flom are getting just completely and utterly destroyed.
Yeah, it's looking tough at the moment. They're going to get the kill on something too. Flom goes down. It's a flawless round for Team Skyyart. Wow, everyone's being caught off guard right now. The French are really showing up. And, Flom, I mean, he had a lot of people to pick from, we heard. They tried to get in there and get the most practice that they could, but I'm wondering if this is a leadership problem here, you know? Where's the timeout? Where's the team speech? Where's the...
Did their, chances dry up, Anders?
I don't know.
Their hopes are looking a little desiccated here.
It's a bit of a problem. I don't know. I mean, I want to see just some individual performance coming out of Flom here. He's got that running for him, right?
I agree.
Should be able to sort of have a couple of rounds here where he starts off with a double or a triple kill or something like that. There's a headshot on Chaka. That's not the worst idea. Now, they don't have any armor, though, so down here and drop, things won't be getting any easier.
It's I mean, that's the thing. It's never easy to drop. Often you find yourselves in a prickly situation. And, well, it's just patience that's going to get you out of it at this point. They don't charge into any of the grenades. That nade superiority coming into play there for Skyyart. But they still have a minute left on the clock, so they do have a little bit of time to roam around, check their options. Maybe find an oasis.
They get spotted, so one has been boosted back up again, but down to 40 seconds here. They need to make a big play. Flom's got the bomb, and he's actually managed to make his way quite far out the plateau. Now he's been spotted, though. Tries to get a couple of shots through. There's a headshot right through the chicken coop onto Skyyart. Can they make the crossover and actually get the bomb down here? Looks like they might be successful. There it is. So somehow we're into a 2-on-2. Something. Good angle for him right here. It's going to be hard for them to get through the doorway, especially as long as Flom is alive. If he goes down, though, that's a problem. But they don't check the corner. Maka going to be going down now. LNR, can he save this disaster of a round for Skyyart? Otherwise, Flom's team, he might just be a little bit excited. There's the smoke going up. It's going to try and force something into it. He's waiting, and it's a great headshot. LNR playing it very well.
Sick play. He just bodied him. He just read him like a book. Baited him out into the open with the smoke and the defuse sound. But it's so key that they get that 1-for-1. If he stays alive, if there's 2 players alive, let alone, I mean, the man in connector there, that is so key, so important. But I have to say, it's still good eco round coming in there for Team Flom. I mean, they got a lot of damage in. They managed to make Skyyart spend a lot of their bank, and they get the bomb plant, so they have that bonus 800 to work with in this round. We can see that tells in the nades. Flom is fully bought up with the AWP and grenades. Now it's a matter of seeing what they do with them.
But they need something here. 9-2 is not an acceptable scoreline. Feels like every round they're getting kind of close to winning them, but they're always starting off behind. It's always them losing 1 or 2 players right off the bat. Then they try and fight it back, and they almost make it work. But You know, I'd like to see them just start one of these rounds with a kill and then try and build something behind that one.
I mean, one thing that I'm noticing here is that I'm hearing the French guys calm a lot, like nonstop. Constant communication, constant talking. I'm not hearing a peep out of the American boys. I wonder if that's I mean, if they aren't talking, that could be a problem.
NA comms. You would expect at least for one guy to shout, "He's lit!"
It's in the blood.
We're moving into the 12th round here. Down to 44 seconds. Chaka picking up the first kill. Flom heavily relying on anybody trying to peek this corner. Crazy gonna pick up a kill, but just to see on scopes, there's a peek coming in from Skyyart. The timing couldn't be better. Chaka picking up a double kill now, looking for the triple. Crazy trying to make it back around, but Maka gonna be there to get the double of his own. That'll be another round here for the French side.
And I'm heavily impressed right now by what we're seeing from the French guys. Good comms, good team play there at the end, peeking together. I mean, they are just clotheslining Flom. Flom, what is he doing? He's just holding an angle, hoping that somebody's going to walk into his crosshair. Just not enough. They aren't showing enough here, Team Flom. When it comes to utility, like getting out onto the sites. And they persist in going for this B play, where it's just not happening.
There is an upside to this, I would say, which is obviously that Flom's stream is going to be even better in the future, because he's going to be making all sorts of excuses about the, like, it'll be brought up forever if he can't, if he doesn't win this.
He did have the NA. It was pretty funny.
Yeah, it'll be even better now, won't it? You know. So, I mean, I'm definitely looking forward to that. I think whoever has like a name for themselves on the Counter-Strike side here, like a lot of other, like, I mean, Skyyart, for instance, he doesn't have that much to lose in terms of this. For him, this is just good fun, right?
Absolutely.
Flom definitely does. Slice is going to be taking a kill there on Triple Nex. Can be with a shot on Slice in return. Chaka's also gone down. Flom looking for the kill, but something will pick it up instead now. 2 on 3. A big chance here for Team Flom to do something. Bomb will be going down, and there's nothing you can do to stop that.
We're going to have a shot on a man holding close right, though. That's the question. Because once again... Okay. That was close. Are we going to get it again? I don't know.
Something picking up another kill. LNR, he was good in the clutch last time. This time, it is orders of magnitude more difficult here. It's closed in at the moment. He's going to pick up 1 kill, but he's trying to see if he can back off and just save this AK. Don't really blame him for that one. It's going to be 10-3 here as the scoreline in favor of Team Skyyart. We're nearing the end of the half, and we need to see something more out of Team Flom here.
That's what I was kind of like. I blocked on that when we were talking about it, right? Because the first thing that Flom said is like, "Oh, I'm really sick and I'm really tired." When I met him, and I was like, "Come on, bro! Can't be giving me excuses already. Like, you didn't even go to the favorite one, jet lag."
Yeah, well, I mean, if you've got more than one excuse, you might as well just, you know, pace them, spread them out over a whole event.
You're right. Dribble them out.
Make sure you don't use all of them at the same time.
Exactly. You don't run out. Oh man.
Yeah, but apparently he was, like, people were afraid that he'd throw up during the sumo wrestling thing, so I don't know, you have to fight through it. Not like that, though. He's going to be taken down, Triple Nex, but Skyyart falls next, and now they're all grouped up behind this rock, and that can be very dangerous. 4 versus 3 at the moment. There is a big flank coming in from the other side, though. They're going to be behind them any second now. LNR pushing up, no one realizing it is there, and look at the peak right behind the flashbang. That's great stuff, but Canvey will take him down in return. It's still looking great. Crazy, the last one left. He's out on the site, nowhere to hide. And Chaka will get the double kill. That's going to be the round in favor of Team Skyyart. I mean, flashbang and then that peek from Plateau, that was great.
This is really good. Yeah, coordination.
Yeah.
Like, that's what this is all about right now. We're just seeing more of it. And it's not even like Skyyart. I mean, Skyyart was obviously playful about it in the video leading up to this match, where she was like, "Oh, well, you know, the stars of my team, you know, the 4 players with me, right?" You know, like, he was obviously playful, like he was going to be dragging him down. But I mean, he's not doing half bad himself. I mean, he's not like he's sitting there with 1 kill. He's got 9. I mean, this is definitely acceptable.
Yeah. He's done just fine for how well the rest of his team is doing at the moment. 11-3 is the scoreline, and we're moving into the 15th round. It is looking not so good for Team Freedom, and they're not going to be doing any better in this round. LNR picks up 2 at the beginning. Leaves it in a 2-on-3. 15th round is coming up here. Last chance for Flom's team to do something in the first half. Missed by an inch through that smoke and something. A good shot on Maka.
2-on-2. Again, Maka, he's got that flick to the right every time he tries to pull the trigger, it looks like, when he's going for the wallbang or the smoke. Costs him once again, but Skyyart's there, and there you have it. 2 kills for Skyyart in the end. And a very successful first half, actually a tremendous first half here for Skyyart. On Cobble as well. Have to point out that this is Flom's pick. Flom's map pick as well, and they're just getting mauled right now.
Yeah, I mean, in some ways I would say, I guess there are a lot of ways that doesn't make any difference. Like, as in, it's impossible to know like what maps the teams are going to be good on. So
sure.
Probably Dust 2 could be a fine map for them as well. But
I guess my reasoning there is just like, if you're picking the map, you put in at least a little bit of preparation or a little bit of work into it, right? Where you're not going to necessarily try and pick into something that's, you know, you haven't put any work into or you're bad at.
Yeah, just a random map. No, that might be true, but still, this is just looking like a good level of focus coming out. Maybe Team Flom was also thinking, no, this is going to be fine. You know, we're the favorites. We're sure to win this, and they're getting caught off guard right now. Definitely a tense moment here. French catching everyone off guard.
And I mean, we have Dust 2 as the second map as well going into this. And if you've got warmed up aimers like these guys who are hitting all their shots going into Dust 2, that's field day territory. That's where you start to feel pretty good about yourself if you're on the French side right now.
Absolutely. Now, the question is Flom's team going to come back into? We saw this on the first match, right, where it looked really one-sided on the first map, and the second map was, went the other way. So can't obviously write them off yet, but here we go. Second half coming up. Second match here, the ROG Community Challenge. We are leading into the 16th round. Look at Flom, straight checking the whole yard, just realizing there's nobody here. So now they can stack 4 people in the B-bomb side. That's a big risk to take running out like this, but now it's definitely paid off. Question is, can they win this fight? They should be able to.
Utility for the Frenchies. And while Treble Next has been spotted immediately, it's still going to be something finding the first headshot, and this is all going south here for Skyyart. They're running right into the blender. I know LNR trying to put up the best fight that he can, and he knows that there's somebody in Chicken Coop. If they go for the overpeak, he could pull that off. Gets the reload, still in this fight, hits the headshot. Wallbang, it looked like, right through the edge, but he wasn't able to get the kill. And this is going to be a trade of pistol rounds. Both teams winning CT pistols.
Yeah, now the question is, Flom's team hold on to it, right? Because the French actually did lose the round after the pistol, and then they still made this first half work really well. So I'm curious. I mean, that even says something, right? Flom, they should have had sort of 3 rounds, even just from winning that round, but they didn't. Then they went back to losing right off the bat.
Identical approach here as well. Flom did the exact same thing, went for the A long rush straight out onto A site in the second round, and it worked. And Skyyart, rinse and repeat. They're going to go charging straight out. Something you're a bit late with the smoke, but you've got your P90, trusty friend of yours.
Yeah, the P90 metagame is definitely back. Flom goes down, though. The Bison doing work in the back line. LNR and Skyyart are left, and Canvey just absolutely making this work. LNR, Eagle in hand. He gets the one, but it's just too close. It'll be Canvey instead picking up a bunch of kills. That Bison is so annoying.
The Bison is, yeah, that's actually, you so rarely see it, right? It's dominated by the MP9, the UMP, the MP7 even. You know, to see a P90 or a Bison get picked up, that's a pretty rare thing these days.
I think what messes me up whenever I play against the Bison is you feel like people have been shooting it for a long time. You think, well, they got to be reloading now, surely. Like, your internal clock for how many bullets are in it is just always off for some reason. There's always 20 more that you didn't think about. Oh, Canvey, look at this! No, he has to reload. What a great sequence. The auto shotgun decimating them. Oh, and Team Flom, they're getting fired up now.
There's the hype. There's the hype. Now he's got the money. What is he going to buy? We just saw a facepalm, and he just got 3 kills with a shotgun, so that's a lot of money. Pins him. What did he get? Oh.
Negev.
Come on.
That's
no wonder he facepalmed.
No, that's the victory gun. Like, this gun is so heavily underrated. I think people don't understand how incredibly you can tap with the Negev.
Oops. What was that?
Crazy gonna be going down. Treble Next left that slice, picking that one up. And Canvey gonna be gonna save the Negev. What? Just don't worry about anything else. Just save the Negev.
Don't even show that you have it. This is the ace in the hole. This is what's going to save you in the next round.
Yeah, just forget about spraying with it. Just tap with it. It's so accurate. Like, it's so accurate. I love it.
I'm just wondering what happened with Crazy there. Misclick. There's
Yeah.
a mechanical mistake there, mechanical error that ends up costing them.
Yeah, I was wondering if he wanted to, like, wait for even longer and try to see if he get more kills on me, but he only had, like, a scout or something, didn't he? So, like, oh, he had no.
He's playing up point blank, and he had the guy dead to rights as well, so I'm wondering, did he... I fumbled the shot. Flom will find Skyyart, but then the Frenchies don't really care. That's fine. They can afford to give up Skyyart.
Save the Negev. It's...
He's gonna save it, bro. There's nobody. There's no way near. There's nobody near. Yeah.
Saying, if you tap away with it, it's the best. Take a Negev over an AK any day.
How often do you tap unless you scream? You know what I mean?
That's...
Yeah, he doesn't shoot. He's swapped out.
It does sort of look like there's something that's mildly off there. Now we got the Nova shotgun and the Negev build. It's interesting. Interesting combination.
And YOLO B. Let's go. YOLO B.
See if they can make this work. Crazy down on the side. Flom and Treble Nex picking up a couple of kills each, and it's working out just fine this round. B push not even doing anything, and Flom starting to wake up a bit.
Yeah,
that's good news.
They've just made the adjustments for the B rush, basically. Flom looked like he was holding from chicken coop with the op, so nice, like Skadoodle's favorite spot, basically. Nice far back, so you have some range. You're not going to get dropped on, and then you just look for the aim duels. Plateau can be tricky that way. It can be very quick if you get that opening kill if the CTs are holding aggro, but it can also turn into just this terrible position because you can never actually get off of it unless you find that first kill to start the ball rolling. It's easy to get stalled out on Plateau is what I mean.
Oh, you're right. 7-13. This is a winnable game for Team Flom. It definitely is. Like, I mean, it's not looking great, but it's definitely winnable. No Molotovs on the T side, which means that push in from Crazy up on the plateau is a very safe one. Very good position when the terrorist side don't have Molotovs.
Shot. Oh, that was sick.
Candy getting the knockout punch there on Slice. Now they don't have to do anything other than just relax and take it slowly. Maybe put the Negev to work. It does slightly pain me that it's there, but it's not doing anything.
And we haven't seen it yet.
It's going to be one of the things in the way he saves it for like 7 rounds and then dies with it without having ever fired it. That would make me upset.
Well, I mean, if they keep going B, he's holding solo A, isn't he? Yeah. So if they keep going B, then yeah, we're never going to get to see it in its full glory. What we might see, though, is if they lose this round, Anders, they might go for an A long rush again, in which case, perfect position for the Negev, isn't it?
Right, oh, Shaka going to get the kill and a follow-up on Treble Nex. Suddenly, it goes right back in the favor of Skyyart, and the bomb, it is being planted on the other side. They made the cross already. They are very low on health, but it's still a 4-on-2. Very difficult to do anything about that. Setting up for it. Flashes in. Here comes the Negev. Look at the headshot. Instantly taken out LNR. Still another 3 kills. He swaps over the AK. Oh, no.
Did he miss by? Was that just the luckiest Negev kill that he ever got?
I mean, listen.
The Frenchies had better save that Negev. That's all I'm saying.
Once you disown the Negev god, then bad things will happen. And you can't give up on that.
I mean, we've actually had pros in the past. Like, I think Device misbought it once, and he was just like, sorry, misbuy or whatever. I mean, like, the pros actually...
Yeah, they said that, but that was like a game they were winning like 16-2 on Dust 2 against some team, so I think they were just trolling.
That's trolling, that's trolling. Who was the other one? Was it MBK who bought the Negev and Banana on Inferno, and he had like a crazy round?
If I was winning against like a top team, I would absolutely buy the Negev to troll them. That would make it even worse, wouldn't it? Like,
that would be fantastic, yeah.
Now we're back
always
to
add insult to injury, Anders.
Yeah, I mean, it's psychological warfare, man. It makes a big difference here. 7-14. The Negev is gone. All my hopes in Team America they've already vanished. I just don't think they can do anything now. It's the most American gun as well, isn't it? If you go to Las Vegas, you can definitely shoot a Negev somewhere.
It's just, you know, exactly. It fires freedom, man. That's simple.
200 rounds, pure freedom. Crazy. He certainly got the angle for it. If he just waits here, this should be looking good. There's no flash coming in from the terrorist side. Slice there. Not getting flashed in by any teammates. So that's a good start.
Yeah, that's a little bit of a shame. Just wanted to go ahead and see if Lady Luck was going to favor him today. Just walk out. Sometimes you get lucky they're not looking. They look the wrong way. Something along those lines. You have the advantage. And then this time around, it doesn't work. And, well, we'll see. Canvey is in position again. Again with the auto shotty. And he heard the bomb. So now he knows that they're coming. He had an early warning. Still, not as good as last time, but 1-for-1 trade. That'll be fine. His team maintains the man advantage. Although, as I say that, this is just turning into a bit of a bloodbath. Still a man advantage, but now Maka's there to bring it back. It's been so consistent for Skyyart so far on this map. And now we go into a 2-on-2 scenario.
Oh, shot from Flom. Oh, he actually guessed that one on Chaka. That was really close. Looked like he had made his way in behind the statue, but it was just a bit out in the open. That's a nice shot. Now Maka, 1-on-2, and a boost coming up again. It's not a bad idea. They have 2 flashbangs as well, and he has to get the bomb down real soon. So this should be very, very tough for Maka. It almost requires Team Flom making a mistake in the peeking here and just, you know, fighting him one at a time.
Bait some kind of response, but is there a nade? Yeah, something has got a flash. Is he going to use it, though? Oh, the timing. That's CS right there, actually. That's Counter-Strike. That's Counter-Strike.
Swapping out there. Now we'll bring an 8th round to Team Flom. It's something, but it's still such a long way away from being a win here on this map. Like, they need to break that T-side economy. They need to stop any more plants from going down and just basically win from here on out. This shot, though, look at it. Wow. That's close.
Oh, it's sick. It's sick work. But, yeah, you're right. I mean, they still need to go ahead and take another 8 rounds in a row here if they want to avoid overtime at least. At least. So, now we find out, are they capable? Calm play as well, and they have to keep their cool at this point because they are going up against a bunch of Tech 9s, and so don't want to get flustered. Just take your time. Don't necessarily hold close unless you've got an auto shotty. I can't believe that he's still going for this. This is like JW with the sawed off.
Oh, warning shot there coming out, saying just don't even. Maka will get the kill anyway. He's going to try for it again. He's not afraid. There's no reload happening yet. Are they going to jump him? Oh, no. Skyyart with the Tech 9 right in Canvey's face. Going to take him down. Flom, though. Close range drops Skyyart. They're bringing the bomb back, which right now there's nobody in the A bomb site. By the time the bomb gets here, it's not impossible that Team Flom will have realized something is up, but they're actually being a bit slow now. They realize maybe too late. If only the terrorist side had some actual grenades to put in here, but Flom going to be going down. He tried for the quick flick. That's hard to say.
Quick flick.
Going to be working out quite. Something next in line, and now crazy. Last one against 4 people on the French side here. This is not looking good. It's a good shot on Eleanor, though, but there's too many people on the other side, and he's going to drop the slice. They'll make it 15-8. And that was a round with just pistols, not even any armor or anything. And no grenades. This is madness.
Hard eco, pretty much. I mean, they spent like, what, 500 ahead on Tech 9s. Easy. For days. And that off of, you know, basically the connector play with that auto shotgun. They took advantage of it, Skyyart. Maka, though, really, I mean, this guy just continues to hit shots. You got to give it to him. He's definitely doing quite a bit of work right now. It's very even for the Frenchman, which is a joy to see, but a lot of his kills have been key frags that have, I mean, allowed for his team to play behind them. That last round, for example, he gets the Deagle headshot that starts things off. It isn't Canvey getting overrun by Skyyart, the flying Skyyart.
This is just, yeah, a bit of a shocking turn of events. Flom, supposed to be Captain America, but it's not working out, is it?
No, but I'm sure Pansy will be happy. Yep, she's nodding. She's nodding at me. Yep.
Whenever the Americans lose, is that it?
Hey, she's a Brit, right?
You know, the British really are eternally salty that they lost that colony. They just can't handle that. It's too much.
I think about how she feels as well. She's got an Aussie sitting right next to her.
More colonies lost. Although they didn't really, though. I think the Australians still put the Queen on their money, so I think technically speaking, that actually makes them British already. So I think that's fine. Slice is going to be moving up, looking at the angle, and almost takes down Crazy. That's not a bad shot to hit. If they win this round, then they're going to be moving into the second map and probably feeling extremely confident. Flom, though, close range will take down Eleanor. It's now 4-on-5 with 28 seconds left. Crazy with a great headshot on Slice. Now things are looking better. 3 versus 5. They're bringing the bomb back to the B bomb site here. Only 20 seconds left, and Marker's gone down as well. Surely there's no way they can win this 2-on-5. The whole Flom team is moving up. Skyyart actually crouching away, tapping, getting a kill as well now. He's got 9 seconds, but he's got a triple kill, and he's going to try and go for the bomb plant here. 1 versus 2. He's got all the health in the world, and Crazy's almost out of it. This can be done now. He's got the smoke up as well. Not at all bad play, but Canvy steals it.
I'm disappointed.
Yeah, that looked like it should have been his.
That looked like it would have been, what, a 1v5? Why not? How sick would that have been? Go ahead, defuse it. I guess they're looking for an op or something, but that's such a shame. Skyyart, that would have been a sick way to end this first map. Shut up all the haters.
He's just trolling at the moment, absolutely trolling. Canvy finally gonna go for it. They already had the orb if they wanted it. He was just having a good time. All right. Well, there is a round there. How much further can they go? They nearly lost that 2v5 there. This is good stuff. Skyyart, I mean, again, just not really losing is cool. Just keeping it nice and simple.
Yeah, no, that was very clean. He lost Chaka there. That's the one I was wondering about. But so it wasn't like a 1v5 per se, but still, that would have been really cool. I mean, still managed to actually keep their hopes alive here, Team Flom. 9-15, they're trailing on CT side, but now they actually have a buy and something, hoping to get anything done here with Chaka's AK that he saved, apart from just taking a bullet to the face. Once again, Slice finding the opening kill here over on the A site.
Not at all bad. Again, another 4 kills in this round, and Skyyart going to be moving on to the second map. Canvy looked like he had the angle, but I think the bullets got caught on the edge. Can they make the entrance somewhere? They've already rotated back towards the B hallways. This could definitely be another B-type hit coming in with only 3 people defending, and really none of them in drop. So if Skyyart go for it, they're going to have drop control pretty early on, which makes the B hold really difficult. If they go for just like a standard B pinch here, this will be very hard. For the CT side at least.
Shot?
Setting up for it.
Yeah, I'm waiting for it because they'll get that smoke down to block off broken wall. It lands right beneath it though, but still that gives you a little bit of an angle to work with here. Just have to worry about boost. Nobody there. 4 players are around the B site right now though here for Flom.
The time that's left, only 16 seconds. Marker going to pick up the kill on Treble next. Now they need to get in and plant that bomb, and Chaka and Marker are going to make it work. It's a nice rhyme. Eleanor to get the last one in there, and that's it. 16 rounds for the French Team Skyyart. A big surprise for everybody who had picked Flom to make it out, except for the community. Turned out to be right, which I really hate. That obviously is a bit of a problem.
Can't allow that.
No, definitely can't allow that. Flom has got a lot riding on this, I feel like, you know. He's gonna end up letting all of us down.
Maybe that's what's going on here, is that, you know, that it's getting to his head.
The pressure?
The pressure. You know,
I mean,
caving comes to mind. They are not a whole lot of talking going on, it seems. Flom is actually talking a little bit, but
rallying the troops.
What was the final score? 16-9? 16-9, yeah, 16-9, something along those lines.
I think so. I forgot to count. Yeah, so they went to the desert in Las Vegas. They tried to boot camp out there. Obviously, didn't pay off at all.
They came to the winter desert of Sweden, where it's very cold outside right now.
There's
down to like -15 now.
No gambling allowed at all, actually.
Sweden.
Nothing really is allowed in Sweden, actually.
Actually,
so.
no. It's people's hearts are as cold as winter out here. So.
There we go. I mean, a shocking result. I think this is gonna. Now we're gonna go into Dust 2, obviously the second map. They're gonna be super excited, the French. I think. There needs to be a big speech coming out of Flom here. We need to see him rally his troops. You know,
Should be a big speech out of Skyyart as well.
Yeah, I mean,
he carried his weight. I think he definitely did his work.
Yeah, him, Marker as well, as you pointed out, did really well. What do you guys on the desk think? What are you as disappointed as I am?
No, I don't think we can say we're disappointed. I think we're all very shocked, and it's just like you guys are. And I think it's very correct what you said about Flom needs to, rally the troops right now, and right now the energy's still a bit low. So
they look flat.
Like they're just over there, and they're still very.
Tell them if they don't make this work, then it's back to the deserts with the rattlesnakes. Now that'll motivate you.
No confirmation if there are actually rattlesnakes.
I'm 100% positive there's rattlesnakes.
There's rattlesnakes.
Yeah. 100%.
It's their stomping ground.
I think something that we can be completely clear on though is that Skyyart really pulled it out of the bag.
Yeah.
Willie, congratulations on that. He's walking off. I think he's ready to vlog even. He's feeling so relaxed. Yeah, and which is very, very exciting to see because he clearly led the team. It looked like he kind of had this tactic where he was also leading physically in game, maybe ready to trade. Did you guys see that?
I mean, it just looked like he wasn't afraid of really anything, and I sort of wonder if that's just, if he's used to the sort of the competitive pressure, then even if it's a different game, I actually think there's an argument to be made that some of that can carry over. Like, he was in that, 2v5 or whatever. The first 3 kills he got, there was no, shaking or anything. He just did that like it was fine, So that's kind of cool.
Yeah, but the American team, I don't even start talking. It's morose in here. It's gone from a really happy moment, seeing Skyyart get up, being like, "Nice guys," and you look over, it's just like, "Ooh, ooh."
There's not a lot to touch on there. There's some really weird buys going on.
Yeah, the Negev buy that you love down
Too many shotguns.
Listen. I mean, sometimes you can really tell the difference, and I just noticed now. You're looking at all these guys, and you're like, okay, looking somewhat confident. Then you look at Skyyart's headshot. That says it all. This guy's here to win. Look at that.
Yeah, he's
God tier headshot.
He can hit a mean pose.
He knows how to. Yeah, he knows how to hit a mean pose. This guy, he's been before the lens before. Pressure. What's that? It's for Americans.
What did you guys?
Well, there's something to be said about over-emotional players. You know what I mean? You feel too much pressure.
Maybe feeling like there's too much on the line, perhaps.
Oh, you talk yourself into these things, right? There was a quote. I can't remember which pro player said it, but it was the biggest liabilities are often the players who kind of put too much pressure on themselves. If you're over-emotional, you start to get upset, or if you have a good game, it's great, because then you go to, the sky's the limit, awesome. If you have a bad game, if you don't have a good start, you sit there, and it's the first time most of these guys will ever play in a situation like this, barring Flom, and you're going to sit there and just hate everything you're doing. You're going to get really down on yourself, the comms start to slip, you start to get quiet. We watched these guys, mid-game, I walked back in just to see what they were like, and they were dead quiet. I mean, you could cut the tension with a knife. It wasn't a good tension either.
In my opinion, I think Cobble was maybe. I mean, it's an interesting choice. It's maybe slightly misguided.
You try and put it nicely. Chad just goes,
yeah, Chad, please expand on why that is, because it's quite a tactical map, right?
Yeah.
It requires a lot of coordination from a team, which maybe is difficult to get in a situation like this.
And in this environment, where you're looking at your captain, not necessarily in the French team situation, but more so the American team, where Flom would be considered the star player of that team, right? So he needs to be able to have an impact in every round for them to potentially win them or go well. And Cobble's not a map where you can be super aggressive on the CT side. On the T side, it's hard to be disjointed from your team because of the long rotation times. Makes it very difficult to actually contribute in every round. So if he feels he needs to lurk somewhere or do something, he's leaving 4 guys who may not have the same level of experience as him, or obviously don't, to make decisions on their own, and it's very difficult. Whereas a map like Dust 2 or Mirage, Cache, something that people play a lot in matchmaking and things like that, they're going to have natural instincts. Cobble isn't a natural map for a lot of people, and you need to know how to play a lot of situations. And Chaka and Marka, the Bash brothers, I don't know, we'll call them, they had some really good frags and stuff coming in. And I was just watching, towards the end there, they were covering their lines properly for one another, and the way they're approaching situations very systematic. It was good Counter-Strike.
Yeah, you did mention specifically Maka using the AWP. He was holding strong lines of sight, and it did seem like he actually had quite a good understanding of the game, correct?
Yeah, the way that he was picking corners and stuff and then taking the next angle, it wasn't like he was compensating after he'd already stepped out. He was pre-aiming zones and he knew where to wait, and it was good to see.
Laurie, were there any other standouts in that game for you?
For me, I found it very hard to look at the NA team and see anyone standing out individually because it felt like a very individual game for them in a negative way. I didn't see anyone really shining. It looked very disjointed, very kind of confused and just a little bit dazed in that aspect. But as I said, you could pick any one of the French side there and say they did well. Even Skyyart pulling his own weight was very surprisingly. And it sounds harsh. It sounds like we're Flame, but we're not. It's just the fact that he really did keep up and he found his own role within this. So again, credit to him, and I think Dust too, which if I'm not mistaken is the next map.
Yeah, it's the next map, and it's their pick as well.
Exactly. So you've got to feel that it's going to go pretty well for them because even though I'd say overall the NA team would probably have a good shot coming into that because that's the map you'd expect, maybe most of them would know, I'd say emotionally, mentally, they look drained as all hell.
I feel personally I'd be very surprised if I don't want to say it too long because I don't want to make
Break
it worse.
their hearts, there's going to be tears,
I would be very surprised if they managed to pull this back because it seems like emotionally they're quite out of it right now. Obviously you guys can't see it at home, but the energy is low and it's like Team France. They were looking really good.
They're doing little fist bumps between the rounds. I love
the
that.
synergy was going on. They were looking fantastic, and Skyyart was even pulling his own weight. Like you said, I honestly thought he was going to make that clutch happen.
Yeah,
when he
started
started rattling off those headshots, it was like that moment where you're like, is the captain who everyone's kind of like, not necessarily looking down or doubting, but he doesn't have the same pedigree as, of course, Flom, Michael Early, etc., Adrian. I thought he could have done it. Chad?
I think with Dust 2, it's a map where if Flom shows up more so in this one, he can put the team on his back because making the entry frags, you make it much easier for your team. He wasn't picking up the AWP early on the T side, which, I don't know if they had strategies or whatever. It looked like they had an execute early. That didn't work. They didn't really go back to it. But I think Dust 2 is probably better to just allow someone to carry, and that's got to be Flom.
And the next map is Dust 2. Let's talk a bit about that. Like, Lauren, how do you think these teams are going to approach it? Because typically, in Counter-Strike, we see Dust 2 as a map that kind of favors aimers and like a more free style of play, not necessarily so much structure, or at least the structure is more predictable than the other maps where there's a bit more sort of like ability to do stuff that's unpredictable.
What I want to see is, again, you want to see the things that make any team good at Dust 2 on this. You want to see that, okay, let's see how well they take over mid control. Can they build up from this? Do they have something set towards A? Do they have some set pieces? Because if you watch the Flom's team's video, they were discussing Dust 2, how they were going to play it out, going through the basics of what his mental approach to it is. I'd like to see the practical kind of, I guess, implementation of that. I don't know if we're going to get it because it does take everyone to be very coordinated. It takes a little bit of that. And I think the Dust 2 can encourage people to be more individual sometimes, which can be a good thing and also a bad thing. We were discussing earlier that AWPing situation, that Flom wasn't necessarily always on the AWP. There are other people there. Others were like picking up. Was that a planned thing? Was that just someone feeling that that was the role they wanted? That could be, again, a bit of a problem. But I just want to see more of these guys. I want to see that opening power from, I think, Shaka and Maka, who are just like walking into these sites, cracking open. I want to see more of that.
All right, well, thank you very much, Lauren. Chad, we are going to have to go to a break now before we head over to Anders and Semler for the second map. And we can see now if Team France will take it and then take the series, or if Team USA can bounce back. We will see you shortly.